Hey, I'm Brian here with your Pensacola Bay Baptist Association, and one of our ways we want to help the church be the church in so many different areas. And we are beginning a new series to be able to help the church do that. I am privileged to be able to have our Director of Faith and Hope Counseling, Dr. Sharon Thompson, just one of the experts in children's ministry, children's counseling, play therapy. And what we want to begin to do is to give some tips, some resources over a variety of different topics in the weeks to come. And so to get it going is in light of the new school year that's about to start in just a couple weeks, and we know that can be filled with so many different emotions, and sometimes parents don't know what they want to do, how can they navigate and encourage their child, and so we want to talk about that today just for the next couple of moments together. So Sharon, I know getting back to school, that can be an extremely stressful times for the student as well as the parents. Mm-hmm. And so what can parents do to help their child during this back to school season?
Well, when we think about getting ready for back to school, we think about preparing, and we think about, like, you want to prepare your house, and most parents do a great job of that. They've got a homework station going, they've got a place for backpacks, a place for snacks, a master calendar. All that stuff is common sense, right?
Sure, yeah, helps.
For us as believers, we want to think about preparing the heart as well for back to school.
Good word. Okay.
And so when we think about that, you want to think about praying for your child and praying with them. Maybe you want to have a verse for each child that's going to be their verse for the year.
Oh, for the whole year?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. That they can memorize, that you can memorize as a family, or you want to have a family verse for the year, but something that's going to say, God is such an important part.
Yeah, like maybe put in their lunch or little post-it notes and things of that nature. Okay.
Yeah, and make that really specific to your child. So if they're a fearful child, you may want to think about that. Joshua 1:9, be strong and courageous, because God's with you. At school, He's with you. At home, He's with you everywhere you go.
Good advice. Well, also note there can be times of transition as well. I know I got one of my kids is going to be in middle school, one's going to be in high school, and so whenever students go into a new school situation, what about those unique situations, whether it's the preschooler coming into kindergarten or even higher? What about the newness factor?
Newness can be really scary for kids. And so when we think about that, we want to think about rehearsal, right?
Okay.
Can we rehearse the stuff that we're going to do before it happens? Okay. So rehearse the schedule. So maybe just now would be a great time, mom and dad, to start that schedule going for when we're going to get up for school, how our meals are going to go, so that our bodies are already on the schedule. As we change schools, as we go from middle school to high school, from elementary to middle school, even starting kindergarten, all that stuff is a big change for kids.
Yeah, I know the practice of getting them up earlier and earlier. We get encountered with some groans already, but we know that's needed. Let me ask you this: with so many things that are happening in the news regarding what's happening on school campuses, things just in the news in general, and there can be a higher level of anxiety. How should parents help their children, maybe on and off of the school topic, with the world of anxiety and stressfulness in their child's life?
Well, if you have an anxious child, one of the things that you can do is practice what ifs. What if I get sick at school? What if a disaster happens at school? What if I get lost in the hall because I'm a new middle schooler? Yeah. So you practice ahead of time. You kind of make it a game. Say, hey, what if? And let them answer so they have a plan. Everybody likes to have a plan, even kids, right? Also, for small kids, you can give them something from mom or dad that is yours. Maybe something that smells like you, or maybe even draw a kiss on the back of their hand so they can see it all day, or a little heart or something, so they have that connection with you all day, and they remember, mom or dad, they're coming back for me.
Yeah, and I know it's helped even as my kids are getting older, and I know my daughter in the social media world, just even your parent, you might have to figure out the Snapchat world or something just to send them those encouragement texts and little messages throughout the day as they check that. Hey, these are just 3 different topics. We know with back to school it can be hectic. We want to prepare you just to be the great godly parents that I know you're trying to be. We're going to come back with more topics in the weeks to come, dealing with some painful situations that children go through, all families go through. And so look forward. Just keep a lookout for more opportunities coming as we want to help the church be the church so you can be the best family as possible. Thanks so much. God bless.